everybody. Hope you're doing great, surviving after 52 hours of hacking. Welcome back, and we are down to the final day. This is the finale that we've all been longing for, and really, we're just having this excitement among the judges as well as the mentors, talking about all the different projects that we have for them to deliberate among themselves. And it hasn't been easy for them at all. I'm sure. Sean was just telling me that he has to put on his DataStax tuxedo because that's his way of expressing himself after lack of sleep. His vision of tuxedo has changed drastically after this 52 hours. But it's very cute, by the way, I have to say, Sean. So he said that he's just gonna be keeping quiet till the end after we've announced all the awards. So let's let him have his rest, and we'll get him back shortly in a while. But for now, very happy to have all of you back. Well done, by the way. Give yourself a big round of applause for that amazing job. I think you guys have put in tons of effort, and really among your teammates and yourself, it hasn't been easy for this communication. We are hearing the speed networking yesterday. People were talking about how difficult it is to communicate virtually as compared to physical events back then. So kudos to you guys. And with that, I think we are ready to get started with this evening's closing ceremony. So it is my pleasure to welcome someone very special to give us his thoughts about details around this hackathon. So please join me to welcome Patrick.
Hey everybody. Oh, this was hard. And I thank you for everybody's efforts. The thing I love about I used to do hackathons semi-professionally back in the day. And I say semi-professionally because you get paid. And if you get paid, that's professional, right? The first hackathon I did was for Motorola on their flip phone. So wait a minute, that tells you how old I am. Never mind. So we're really excited because this is I think this is changing the way we're doing hackathons. I mean, there's a lot more here than just here's some swag and a book and maybe some money. I mean, we're talking about potentially building companies here, and what we're trying to accomplish in our reach around the world is shrinking the world. I miss traveling. I miss going around the world and talking to people a lot. I hate Zoom a lot, but this is what we're going to do, right? But this is, if you think about like what we're building is global applications, we're just building things at scale around the world. I saw so many really cool things here today, and this is it's shrinking the world again for me. So I'm really excited about that. So thank you. So I think we're going to, and I also want to thank you for using Astra because we're very proud of that too. We're also a startup. That's another thing you should realize. DataStax is a startup. And so, we've been doing this for a long time, and we get where that is. I think we can go to the next slide. Let's get into some winners here. Because everybody wants to get to this part, because I think there's a we're a restartup. Everybody wants to say like who won. And it was really hard. The deliberations we had were a little intense, I have to say. I think Sean, did I characterize that correctly? Yeah,
it was pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, but that's great because that's what makes it a really good event, is whenever, if it was easy, then I don't think it would be as great. If it's hard, then it makes it a lot better. Every time I've judged some hackathons before, which were, it's like, oh boy, no one put any effort in. And that's a sadness. But whenever you see like everybody put in a lot of effort, that's hard. So I just want to let you know that we had a hard time. So let's take a look and see what we got. What's the first one on here?
Okay, I think before we get into the prizes, I think we will just hold the excitement for a bit. But thank you so much, Patrick, for going and diving into that almost as immediate as possible. But before we go into that, we just want to highlight a few more things before we share the joy with everybody. So thank you so much for your words. And I think, as mentioned by Patrick, lots of great prizes this evening, this afternoon or morning, wherever you are. And again, the top 3 prizes is what you see on screen right now. This year, we do have our grand prize of USD $5,000, including the auto placement for the DataStax incubator program, followed by the first runner-up and second runner-up. So all these are pretty great catches not to be missed, especially the DataStax incubator program. And not only the top 3, but we also included lots of other prizes that you see on screen right now. And Sean is doing his thing with all the cash, I suppose. We do have the Hacker's Choice for you to actually choose your favorite project. Some of the quality submissions, coolness, swag box, most impactful projects, and our top 6. All great elements of prizes are included in such prizes, as well as more prizes in the next slide for you to check out. We have the top 75 hackers, the influencer, the referral, the hackers, as well as the raffle winner. So lots of prizes besides the top 3 that we can all be looking forward to. And I think, if I'm not wrong, we do have more prizes that you can check out on Slack in a few more hours time. Okay, so just hold on for that. Meanwhile, let's move on to the next slide. And we just want to take this opportunity to say a biggest thank you to all our mentors as well as our judges for taking time off to be part of this hackathon. We are really grateful to you guys for putting on a thinking hat and trying to help us with all the deliberation and things like that. So thank you so much, mentors and judges, for your kindness and help. And yes, I think it will be great to have a few representatives from the panel to say a few words. So Bala, if you're here with us.
Bala was unfortunately unable to make it due to a medical situation on his end. Apologies,
Okay,
he just texted me.
Okay, right. What about Peter? Peter, are you here with us?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Great.
How are you?
I'm good. What about yourself?
I'm doing great. Thanks for giving me the opportunity to participate here. There's a lot of great applications that were submitted.
Right. So what are your thoughts in terms of deliberating the results and looking through the projects for this year?
Well, this is my first time, so I wasn't sure what to expect. And, I took a little coaching, I think, from some of the other judges. So I was in kind of a learning position. And I think what I could share that I took away from this was that I have to remember, you look at the visceral and emotional impact of some of these submissions where, they're either really innovative or they're really impactful and they have the potential to change something out of the world or solve a problem now, right? Like right now. And yet you have to look and consider the technology implementation that they chose. What did they use? How did they do it? Did they write documentation? How was the presentation on the demo video and the whole package rather than just the impact of the idea? That is probably that I had to learn to step back from a little bit and consider some of these other factors. So a great learning experience. And I'm looking forward to doing more of these hackathons. With that learning under my belt. So thank you for inviting me to participate.
Thank you so much. And okay, so I think let's not keep everyone waiting and let's look into this year's awards. And yes, a biggest thank you to our mentors, as you see on screen right now. And we would now like to move into our prizes for this evening. And we are starting off with the Hacker's Choice. So I would like to invite, I heard drum rolls by the way, but it got stuck halfway through. So let me continue that for you in a while. Okay, so can we maybe have David to present the Hacker's Choice Award for us?
Gladly.
Yes.
We're going to get that nice drum roll again. Do I need to do it? All right, so the Hacker's Choice Award, you see here is team name Ego, with their project Ego. So congratulations to all the members from Team Ego. Hopefully you're all here with us. You can go, ah! Woo. I see some of the woohoos coming in the chat there.
Yeah,
what's that, Sean?
It's always great asking the chat to make some noise and then sitting there in silence being like,
yeah. Yeah, we do that in our workshops all the time. It's actually really effective, right? But we usually have music at that point. Yeah. There they are. See some fist bumps, got some congrats.
Very nice, very nice.
All right.
And we're gonna have you to present our next award as well. That is the most innovative project.
Awesome. All right. So let's see who our winner for the most innovative project is. I'm in suspense as well. I already know who these are. And there was our drum roll. Awesome. So our most innovative project is the Vacognizer. Did I say that right? With Team Data Farmers, the Vacognizer. I think that's the one there. And
I think it's like Tron, David, the recognizer. I think it's like the
yeah, there you go. Now, I'll admit there was a lot of deliberation over this one, but I'm actually gonna punt. I'm gonna punt on commenting on this one to maybe say Sean or Peter, some of the folks that definitely had some strong feelings here with the innovative aspect. I'm calling you guys out.
I'll take this one just because I am the one person on the team. Well, together with Eric, the one person on the team who is not American by nature, therefore looked at this project completely different than Americans. So for those
by nature,
I'm becoming integrated into society. It's becoming a part of who I am. But originally, I'm from Ireland. So for those of you who are familiar with the way CCTV works in the UK, as well as Ireland and some other places in the world, it's different kind of rules, right? So the way we looked at this initially, our American colleagues, they saw potential legal matters, legal issues with the way we were tracking certain data from CCTV versus countries who have CCTV incorporated, where it's a whole different kind of experience. So we had to actually deliberate on the differences in culture and the differences in laws and rules. And it was actually quite insightful to learn the different views on the same project. But eventually, when we were able to explain how CCTV works in different countries, it kind of became clear that this had a lot of innovation and it had a lot of potential. But it does also face some challenges in terms of making sure we don't break the law, right? We don't want to turn it into a stalker app. We want to make sure that we use it for a noble cause. And David, you actually had the best use case that I could imagine for this, and that was the Amber Alert system. Could you imagine if an Amber Alert goes out and you can immediately track the description of the car and track it with CCTV? Amazing. So congratulations. That was my addition to your comment, David.
Well, thank you, Sean. And by the way, I saw Parth in the chat saying, "Yay!" So congratulations.
Yes, the excitement that is if we are doing this live, everyone's gonna cheer and all. But thank you so much for being so spontaneous and trying to build up the momentum and the atmosphere that we can just put our imagination to. We really appreciate it, especially with lack of sleep. You guys are still holding on strong, so thank you so much. And now I guess it is time to move on to our next project. That is the most impactful project and coolest project. So I would like to get Steve to help us with this one. So Steve, if you're here with us.
Yep.
Awesome. So I'm going to have you to present our most impactful project and coolest project.
Eric, why don't you take those? Since you don't get much chance to speak, you can make sure you do your whole Baywatch run thing at the same time.
Now, can we move on to the next slide? So this is pretty exciting, right? So this is another $1,000 prize. So this one goes to the team named Hackett with the project Sciencescape. Well done. Congratulations. It's pretty awesome, And congratulations to the Hacker's Choice too. That's a $2,500 US prize. That's pretty significant. So well done too.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I would like to say just a quick something about this one. When coming across this project, this had an immediate wow factor, and wow just because of the potential impact. As somebody, I'm a big Duolingo fan. I learn languages that way. I would actually love to learn ASL. And when I saw this and I saw the potential applications, I was just like, whoa, that is cool. And the fact that I could potentially self-learn with that and have it test me and stuff as I'm doing it. And not to mention just the fact that helping to kind of maybe bring awareness to a part of society that doesn't always get it and open up the amount of communication for hearing impaired and such like that. I thought it was wonderful.
I was going to add that, and this is one of the things we talked about, just wearing the VC hat. I think that there is a pretty interesting market here, especially with in government, because there's a lot of regulation around providing services for hearing impaired, for any kind of impairment. So I mean, this is something that could definitely make an impact, not just for people, but also in for companies and government agencies that are looking to be in better compliance. And that's a winning formula because governments tend to have money.
Yeah, and by the way, I really want to see this app because I want to use it. So please make the app.
And just the presentation video, like I think all of us really were impressed and felt the impact of it, like in the first 15 seconds of the video. So just great job.
Oh yeah,
around.
page one elevator pitch was on the
On
money.
the money, yeah. Well
it
done.
was like they always say your pitch deck at any VC is judged on the first page. Well done.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so congratulations to you, Hackett, for doing this so well. And I think we do have another project for you to present to us. That is the coolest project of all. So let's find out who will that be. Oh wow!
Yeah, we can't say enough
Fantastic.
about this app. Like you heard everybody speak on their own point on this app, and we can't say enough. We really see what you did. We see the impact that it made. It was just phenomenal. The presentation was phenomenal. The applications are just endless. So please make it. And on behalf of all people who use sign language, to the team, thank you.
And more.
If it's okay to add, if it's okay to add one thing, I don't know if anyone remembers the app Word Lens from a long time ago that Google acquired, where you could point your camera at some foreign language text and it would translate it in real time on the screen for you. And it just made me think of like the next step of this project would be, wow, if you could literally make this at your phone level and point it at someone who's signing, do the edge detection and translate it into words like that at a kiosk or on the phone, like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. So
Yeah.
there's some real, just amazing. Can't say enough good stuff about this app. Congratulations, Team Hackett.
So is that another $1,000 prize?
Sorry?
Is that another $1,000 prize?
Nice, Eric. Way to go.
Yes, it is.
Ask for the PO. Good job, Eric. Yep.
Okay, right. So congratulations again, Hackett, for that fantastic job. We really look forward to see what you can bring forward in the near future. But I guess it is now time to move into our top three, which is, I guess everyone's looking forward to that. Second runner-up, we're going to have Peter to do us the honor. And Peter, if you're here with us.
Yes. Sorry, struggling for the mute button there for a moment.
No worries. Okay, so please do us the honor and announce our winning team for our second run-up.
All right. Well, congratulations to Team Analyza for second runner-up. Congratulations. Congratulations.
That is not the thing we see.
Yeah, I think we're.
Alvin?
Excuse me, sorry, Team
This is
Pedimo.
why we do it live.
My Zoom was lagging here. Sorry, I was on the wrong screen. My gosh. Okay, Team Pedimo, excuse me. That's that was our all-in-one digital solution for pet owners. Super cool app. Really like this. We'd spent a while talking about it and thought that this had real potential immediate business use. I think, David, you kind of called it, what was the telemedicine app that you compared it to?
ZocDoc for pets.
That was it. Yeah, ZocDoc for pets. Great job on this, and love the fact that you really thought about the business ecosystem and the provider onboarding, like making this a legitimate, not just sort of, oh, okay, I can register pets, but it was like, how do you get the rest of the business around this app plugged into the ecosystem? Great job, and seemed like there could be an immediate applicability for something like this.
Right. Thank you. So I think I remember one of the members is from Singapore. Stella, if you're here with us, I think I remember you from Speed Networking. Yeah, so congratulations for breaking away from being shy and being so outspoken during our networking session yesterday. And I think you have gotten yourself a great prize there. So up next, Peter, would you like to do us the honor to present the first runner-up as well? And I know your lack of sleep, but Let's get this
No,
one right.
I'm looking at the right, and I'm looking at the right screen now. So thank you. So,
Okay, right.
my
So,
apologies. That was
okay,
really funny.
so let's have you to present the first run-up to us as well.
Yes, and there we go. I got ahead of myself. So, and congratulations to Team Analyza. And hopefully I'm saying it right. Anmol, Harsh, and Abhinav. Congratulations. Great job on this. Patrick, I know you and I had a couple comments on this, feeling like this is an app pattern we've seen before, but the implementation and the tech usage was really well done, and we have some internal processes here at our company where we write up customer interactions, and a couple of our thoughts immediately were like, wow, we could literally apply this to Zoom recordings that we've met with our customers and produce not necessarily the transcript, but some of this, pulling out the action items from the meeting, obviously the sentiment, stuff like that. Super useful and super helpful. And really the tech implementation there was excellent.
By the way, I really love the sentiment emojis. Definitely get more of those going. The more awkward and interesting, the better.
Right?
Yeah, and I wouldn't call this space crowded, but it is busy. I mean, natural language processing is a hotness right now, and doing sentiment analysis, that sort of thing. But I mean, but there are a lot of markets that are full of players. I think the key here is to just bring your unique selling points and find your product market fit. This is a really good start.
Good stuff there. Thank you. And now on to our grand prize for this year's hackathon. This is the moment they've all been waiting for. And I would like to invite Patrick to do us the honor and announce the winners for our grand prize.
I feel like I should walk out with the big check. And here it is.
If you can get an A4 paper, I can write it for you.
Yeah, well, what was I thinking? All right, well, yes, this is for all the money, not all of it, but the large pin.
Well, we've given away 10,500 so far.
Yeah, exactly. It's not all the money, but it's a good chunk of change. So go ahead and click next. All right, stock market insights. Yes. The people who help you find money got the money. So Ganesh, really well done. There was a few things that were really interesting on this. Again, it's not like our markets. There isn't a market for stock analysis, stock looking, all those things. But this is one of those things that is evergreen. There's always a need for something better because we have better tools, and that was why you won, because you are leveraged better tools for a better product. And you really exercise the tech stack. There were some really impressive things in there from a technology standpoint, but and the way you did your visualizations, I mean, there were some great little pop moments where I think all the judges were just like, ooh, it wasn't just when you read Stock Market Insights, which by the way changed the name, but you just don't know what you're going to get until you see it, and then when you see it, you're like, oh, that is different. So congratulations. This is a really well done application.
I agree. I love the fact that you not only presented such a wide range of data visualizations, but then you could do something with the data that you were looking at, and you could say, oh, I'm going to search within this set of narrow results to narrow that down. Like the fact that you could take an extra step beyond just like, hey, here's a dashboard I can look at, even though the dashboards were interesting and novel, the fact that you could interact with them was probably a not amount of trivial effort on your part, and was something I really noticed. So nice job.
Good to hear. Thank you so much. And I think before we wrap things up, it is now time to hand things over to our dearest Sean, who is in his t-shirt tux, to share his closing notes for this year's hackathon. So Sean, over to you.
Thank you. It was very hard to try and stay silent, and I obviously failed at that. So that's why I always love having a little bit of a free-flowing interaction, because hopefully everybody that was here today, you got some insights as to how the judges were thinking about your projects, how DataStax was looking at the analysis of your participation, And I think the most important thing we would like to leave everybody with here is, one, I put it in the chat as well. If you didn't see your name up here just now in these categories, that doesn't mean you didn't win anything. There are many, many, many prizes still to be claimed. Harish and or Asta will be able to provide the final list of everyone who won something. Exactly, Jesse. That's my point. Because there's
I was going to say, because we've only handed out $15,000 so far. So I think there's about another $10,000 to give away.
Exactly. So there's a lot of money still out there for everybody. We just wanted to keep this short and sweet because we know that most of the people who are participating are in the APAC region, and it's quite late for everyone. So this is why we want to be respectful of your time, and we want to say thank you for being here. So on behalf of all of the mentors, judges here, I'd like to just say thank you to everybody who participated. Thank you for your activity. Thank you for everything that you did, because without all of you, this event would have fallen flat. So thank you to every single one of you who did anything for this event. The second piece I would love to give everyone, I saw some amazing things from a human perspective happening throughout this hackathon. People who don't know each other from around the world started helping each other. You didn't even need the mentors in some spaces. Some people were just randomly helping their opponents, right? Because we were in an event where we were working against each other. You guys and you girls, you didn't care. You stepped it up. So on behalf of a human of the planet Earth, thank you very much. And then my final closing thoughts on every single thing that has happened over the past 6 weeks. Everybody that was here, even if you didn't win, even if you have an idea that you're not sure is your final product, please, please reach out to us in terms of the incubator program that we've mentioned multiple times. The incubator program is not the same as the hackathon, right? The hackathon is about winning. The incubator program is about cultivating an idea and turning it into something more, right? This could be a life-changing event. So even if you didn't win anything today, your idea might still be viable to turn into a startup. Therefore, I would like to implore everybody to sign up for our incubator program. On the 9th of September, we are launching the roundtable, which is free. I will share the link to our blog where you can sign up for the event completely free. You'll see our CEO, our Chief Product Officer. We'll see Sramana Mitra, #2 influencer on LinkedIn, and an amazing person from 1 Million by 1 Million. They'll have a conversation about what the incubator program is, what the goals are, and how we are going to help all of you. So one more time, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you, Angel Hack, for organizing everything and hosting everything. And Evangeline, please take us out. Thank you so much for being the host.
Thank you so much, Sean. It has been my ultimate pleasure for the past 3 days. I enjoyed so much interacting with you guys, especially during the Millionaire and the speed networking that we had yesterday. I have learning a lot as well, and thank you, Angel Hack and DataStax, for having me too. Again, I think you guys noticed that some of the awards have not been mentioned. Not to worry, give us a few hours or so, log on to Slack. All the results will be there, and you can then they will then be able to contact you to find out how you can actually claim those prizes. But really, really appreciate that you guys actually stayed up all the way for 52 hours and putting in all your heart and soul into whatever you are doing. It's great to see so many of you are still staying so positive, and as well as doing a fantastic job in whatever you guys do. I look forward to see you again next year for your hackathon or any other future events that we do have for you. Meanwhile, please have sufficient rest, stay safe, and keep a lookout for the results that will be available on Slack. I'm signing out, and I'm wishing you everyone a good morning, good night, or good afternoon.